Eddy's courageous adventure in Neverland. One starry night, Eddy, a brave 7-year-old boy, drifted off to sleep and found himself magically transported to the wondrous land of Neverland. This was no ordinary night because in Neverland, every night was filled with adventure and excitement. As he opened his eyes, Eddy saw a vibrant, colorful forest and shimmering lakes. He had heard tales of Neverland, where Peter Pan, the boy who never grew up, spread his wings and flew across the skies. Peter Pan, who loved chocolate cake and was passionate about flying, was always ready for a new adventure. His best friend, the kind-hearted and mischievous fairy Tinker Bell, was always by his side. Together they had many thrilling escapades, but there were dangers too, like the fearsome Captain Hook, the pirate who despised Peter Pan and his friends. Just as Eddy was taking in the marvels of this new place, he heard a voice calling out to him, "Eddy! Over here!" He turned around to see Peter Pan himself, flying gracefully down towards him. "Welcome to Neverland, Eddy. I've been waiting for you. We need your help to save the lost boys from Captain Hook." Eddy was thrilled and a bit nervous. He had never been on an adventure like this before. But he remembered the tales of Peter Pan's courage and felt a surge of determination. "I'm ready, Peter. Let's go," he said with a confident smile. Peter handed Eddy a small vial of pixie dust and said, "Think happy thoughts and sprinkle this dust on yourself. You can fly just like me." Eddy thought about the happiest memory he could recall, his family celebrating his last birthday with a huge chocolate cake. He closed his eyes, sprinkled the dust, and felt himself lift off the ground. He was flying. With Peter Pan leading the way and Tinker Bell sprinkling sparkles of light, they soared through the starry night sky of Neverland. Eddy marveled at the breathtaking views of the island below, with its lush green forests, sparkling waterfalls, and mysterious caverns. After a while, they reached a hidden cove where the lost boys were being held captive by Captain Hook's crew. The boys looked dejected and scared, but their eyes lit up with hope when they saw Peter, Tinker Bell, and Eddy. "We're here to rescue you," Peter called out, his voice full of determination. But it wasn't going to be that easy. Captain Hook appeared, his hook gleaming menacingly. Well, look who decided to drop in. Peter Pan and his little friends. "You won't be taking these boys anywhere," he snarled. Eddy knew he had to muster all the courage he had. He remembered the stories his parents told him about standing up to bullies, no matter the odds. "We won't let you scare us, Hook. We're not afraid of you," Eddy declared boldly. Captain Hook sneered and called his crew to surround them. But Peter Pan and Eddy were prepared. They swiftly dodged the pirates' attempts to capture them. Using his flying skills and quick thinking, Eddy distracted the pirates while Peter and Tinker Bell freed the lost boys. Eddy's heart raced, but he felt a sense of exhilaration. He was being brave, just like he always dreamed. With the lost boys free, they all banded together. Peter Pan led them in a daring counterattack against Captain Hook and his crew. Eddy and the Lost Boys used their cunning and agility to outmaneuver the pirates, causing chaos and confusion. Tinker Bell used her magic to create dazzling displays of light that disoriented the enemies. Finally, with one last push, they managed to drive Captain Hook and his crew back to their ship. "This isn't over, Pan. I'll get you one day," Hook shouted as he retreated, but his threats were empty now. The Lost Boys were safe, thanks to their bravery and teamwork. Everyone cheered and celebrated their victory. "You were amazing, Eddy," Peter said, patting him on the back. The Lost Boys gathered around, thanking Eddy for his courage and daring rescue. Eddy felt proud and happy, knowing he had made a difference. As the night drew to a close, Peter Pan and Tinker Bell guided Eddy back to the spot where he had first arrived. "Thank you for your bravery, Eddy. Neverland will always remember you," Peter said warmly. I'll never forget this adventure and what it taught me about courage, Eddy replied. With a final sprinkle of pixie dust, he felt himself being gently transported back to his bed, back to his world. Eddy awoke to the morning light shining through his window. Was it all just a dream? He wondered, but the memories of his adventure felt so real. He knew that even in his world, he could be brave and stand up against any challenges, just like in Neverland. With a heart full of courage and a mind ready for new adventures, Eddy started his day with a smile, knowing that he could face anything that came his way.
Created by a kid and their parent using TaleBot, click the link in the video description to create your own story.